In breaking news this hour, Liberal leadership candidate Ruby Dhalla has been kicked out of the race to replace Justin Trudeau, just days before two leadership debates are to be held in Montreal next week. She faced a range of allegations, including involvement of a non-Canadian citizen in her campaign and financial irregularities over donations to her campaign. Dala says some donors donated directly to the campaign instead of using a customized link, and those were refunded, involving an estimated $21,000. Her campaign says 6 couples donated using the same credit card. And the Liberal Party released a statement on this disqualification. It says in part that its leadership committee found Dala was in breach of 10 violations of leadership rules. It goes on to say the violations include concerns about alleged violations of the Canada Elections Act, certain election finance matters, and inaccurate financial reporting. Earlier, Dala denied the allegations, saying in part, these allegations are fabricated, fictitious and fake, and yet another attempt by unknown sources to have me removed from the debate and the ballot. We are joined by Ruby Dhalla herself, former Liberal MP. Ruby, good evening and thank you for your time.
Thank you so much. Pleasure to be here today.
Let me begin by asking you on your reaction to what has come to surface and your disqualification from the Liberal leadership race.
Well, it is very shocking because I actually learned about the disqualification from watching the news media reports, and just moments ago received an email from the party. I would think that someone that is running for the leadership race to become the leader and Canada's next prime minister, that the party would have had the courtesy to inform me directly instead of having me learn about this from media reports. I can tell you that the allegations that are being made are false, they're fictitious, and they're fabricated. I will not allow anyone to smear the name of our campaign and all of the hard work of thousands of volunteers. But most importantly, I think it was an effort by the Liberal Party of Canada to ensure that I was kept off of the debate stage, that I was kept off the ballot, and that they could complete the coronation for Mark Carney to become the leader of the Liberal Party.
Let me ask you about the question and answer and an opportunity for you to directly address the committees. Can you tell us a little more about that? Because in a statement that has been released by the National Director, it clearly says that you had an opportunity to clarify your stand about these alleged allegations.
You know, every one of the allegations that were made, I continue to remind them during the committee meeting that they were being fabricated. We had provided all of the supporting documentation and all of the proof, but the Liberal Party appears had a predetermined agenda. Besides saying on the face of it that there was a process set up, it was a predetermined agenda. There were people that were informed last night that this disqualification would be coming minutes before I actually started the interview process with this committee. I had received text messages from 2 separate individuals stating that the outcome of the meeting before it had started would be that I would be disqualified. And I think that is because they wanted to silence myself. I was the only outsider in the race. I was the only outsider in the race that was speaking about progressive policies that I believed are the need of the hour in our country. And it is very evident that the party did not like that, and they did not want me to bring those progressive policies to the debate stage in Montreal.
You know, Ruby, those who are listening to you at the moment may also say that this seems like a case of sour grapes in the manner in which you are at the moment blaming the Liberal Party for the decision that has come against you. You are saying this was a predetermined agenda. So my question is, if you thought this was really the case, why fight for the race up until today and not tell the media, if you wanted to, or someone else, that there was an agenda already running against you?
Well, number one, you know, I'm a fighter. I was born and raised in Winnipeg. I have fought uphill my entire life, overcome many obstacles and challenges. I was running for the leadership of the Liberal Party, a party that I have been involved with since the age of 14. And I can tell you, I fought right to the end. As I shared minutes before this committee meeting, I received 2 separate text messages from people in the media that had already been informed that I would be disqualified. You know, one would give up and not even complete, the interview interview that I was supposed to do minutes later, but I still presented my case because I knew that I had all of the proof and the information. It's certainly not a case of sour grapes. I mean, the party, they do not want an outsider. They do not want the establishment to be questioned. And to be very honest, I had not gone to the media prior because I was honoring an NDA that I did have with the party in regards to the leadership process rules. And because I was a fighter, because I was speaking on behalf of thousands of Canadians that wanted to bring our party back to the center, thousands of people who saw great victory in me making history as the first woman of color, the first woman from, an immigrant community that was running for the leadership of any political party, and one of the first women of color that was running to become prime minister. This was very historic. I did not share anything with the media, despite all of the challenges that I was having, because I felt like I owed it to my team, to the campaign, and to so many Canadians that believed in me.
Ms. Dhalla, I'd like to just go back to the statement because I want to understand. It says that the violations include concerns about alleged violations of the Canada Election Act, certain other election financial matters, non-disclosure of material facts, and inaccurate financial reporting. While you're saying this is fabricated, while you're saying this is baseless, can you throw some more light on the line of questioning you've had to answer looking at these specific allegations against you?
In the coming days, I will be sharing, the information because I have nothing to hide. I've run a very transparent process, giving the party all of the information that they did require. I can share with you that the donors, that had donated to the campaign, there were 6 donors, 6 couples, I should say, 12 donors who donated on the same credit card. The reason being that they only have one credit card between husband and wife that they have a joint bank account for. It is completely legal. It is not a violation of the Elections Canada Act. And all that had to be done was an attestation form. That was not an issue related to my campaign, but of the actual donors, with receiving thousands of donors, not only in my campaign, but other leadership campaigns who had to do that attestation. There was another issue in regards to a link where there was a problem. No other filings have been done with Elections Canada. So for the party to say that we've been in a breach of a potential or a future Elections Canada filing is slightly fabricated because no filing to Elections Canada for the expenses of the campaign have yet been made.
Okay, let me ask you this in terms of the process, because you would know them the best. Do you have a right to appeal? And if you do, are you going to do it?
Well, you would think that I would actually know the party, but I myself, along with our supporters, are questioning that. They had Chandra Arya first kicked out. They have now disqualified me. I've learned about it through the media, and that's just really unfortunate. I have always believed that the Liberal Party is a champion for immigrants in our country, but with a continued pattern of the party to kick out, any immigrant voices that, are progressive policies, I think that really makes one question if this is the right party for Canadians in Canada.
So are you saying, ma'am, sorry for interrupting, you're not going to appeal, or there is no provision for you to appeal?
We're going to be taking a look at the rules. I literally received the email announcing the disqualification just minutes before I was getting ready to go on air. So our team is looking at that, and we will be deciding in the next coming days.
Ruby Dhalla, appreciate you coming on the channel and expressing your point of view. Appreciate your time. Thank you, Ruby.
Thank you so much.